As both families come to the stage, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's a tremendous time, and it's a first in Clarke County athletics history to have Division I full scholarship athletes. It's not a usual thing here. We couldn't be more proud of these two kids as an athletic department. And it's always a special moment when anybody signs a play. It doesn't make a difference what level it is. The collegiate level is a tremendous thing to accomplish and to get there. To have two Division I full scholarship athletes is a first. We couldn't be more proud once again. At this time, though, I would like to hand the microphone over to our head football coach, Coach Parker.
Thank you. It's a great day. It's an honor and a pleasure to celebrate this day with Bryan and Jacob. I know I can speak for myself and the coaching staff, your teammates, CCHS and the community. We were very proud of you, and you're going to do great. Both these guys are hard-working young men, great people, very humble, and they have contributed to our football program in many, many ways, and we're going to miss you guys, believe me, next year. Jacob, many a day since his freshman year, you can see him out in the rain, running, doing agility drills, pushing the sled on his own without a coach telling him to do so. He's worked his way into what he's signing today. And Bryan, you're a special human being. Both you guys are. And I tell you, I've coached football for 35 years, and all of a sudden, I'm a genius and a better coach, and our staff are better coaches when we have guys like you all. And I certainly appreciate it. Jacob, this year was first team defensive line, all district, second team offensive line, and he was second team defensive line, all region. Bryan is a gold helmet MVP for 2016-2017, the leading tackler in 2017, Winchester Star Athlete of the Year 2015 and 16, Defensive Player of the Year 2016, and we'll see what happens this time. First Team Offense and Defense 2015 and 16, Bull Run District First Team Defensive End 2014, 15, 16, and 17, First Team Offense 2015, 16, 17, Defensive Player of the Year 2016 and 17, Region B, First Team Defensive End 2015, 16, 17, First Team Offensive Line 2015, 16, 17, Defensive Player of the Year 2015, 2017, 2A All-State, First Team Defensive End, 2015, 2016, 2017. First Team Offensive Line, 2017. Second Team Offensive Line, 2015 and 2016. Holds school records in the season, 15 and a half sacks and 45 and a half sacks for his career. With wrestling, he was 2A 2014 state champion at 182. 2015 state champion at 195, 2016 state champion at 220, and he's in season now, and 285 class, I think you're probably going to win it again. I would bet the farm on it. This time I'd like to hand the mic over to Jacob and then Bryan. Last thing, next year, this young man is going to wear red, yellow, and white. This young man is going to wear green and white. They'll always have orange and navy. Give it blood.
To be honest, I never thought I'd make it this far. It always seemed so far away for me. I could have never done it without people like Coach, all of you guys. It really pushed me to do my best in everything, nothing short of my family. My dad always being my role model. Mom, my sister always pushing me to do better. You know, all you guys, I expected 8 people to be here. It's really surreal. I have nothing but gratitude for you guys. Thank you so much.
I can't top that. But I just want to thank everyone for being here. All my coaches and all my friends and family. I don't like doing this at all. But I want to thank UNC Charlotte for giving me the opportunity to play. I want to thank my family for being here. And I don't know. That's it.
Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. We're going to go ahead and do some photos, and I know these 2 guys are going to do some interviews as well. If you guys want to hang around or whatever your teachers want to do, that's fine. We're going to do the photo kind of op right now. If not, once again, happy holidays to everybody. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
It's Mo Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Jacob Peace after he signed a letter of intent to play football at VMI. Congratulations, Jacob. That's quite an honor. Can you just talk a little bit about what you're feeling right now?
You know, it's surreal. I really didn't think college football was an option for me until end of my junior year. And, you know, the coaches did everything in their power to help me, you know, everything and above. It's really just an amazing opportunity.
And I know you had some other schools interested in you. What gave VMI the edge?
I've always wanted to do military, and I've always wanted to do a 4-year college at the same time. I didn't know until my, close to the end of my junior year that VMI was a school, and, I realized how great of an opportunity it would be for me, wanting to do those two things. It would be, just barely short of perfect.
And where were you or when you heard it, when they officially came through for you? What was that like?
It didn't feel real, I didn't expect an offer, but like if I got an offer, I figured it would be like nothing huge, like $2,000 or $7,000. I didn't expect a full ride or anything close to that. It felt surreal. Like I had to ask him a few times, like if he really, got the name right. If he wanted to give Jacob Peace a full ride,
Now, what do you do now before next season? I know you're a hard worker. I know you're going to keep working hard. But do you have any specific plans, or will you play any other sports? Or
I do plan on doing track, but that might change. I doubt it will, but I do plan on doing track. And VMI is a really tough school running wise, and my conditioning is down right now. I'm gonna try to kick my own butt before they kick my butt for me.
It's good to see you and Bryan both sign on the same day. It's a big day for the community, and good luck to you in your future.
Thank you
it's
so
Mo
much.
Murphy with Jacob Peace. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're here with Bryan Wallace after he signs his letter of intent to play football for UNC Charlotte. Bryan, can you just talk a little bit about what's going through your mind right now?
Just a lot of excitement. It's kind of crazy to think that I'm signing to go play Division I football. I always dreamt of this, and dreams come true.
And I was talking to Coach Parker a little while ago. How close are you to, I know you could have got a scholarship in wrestling if you wanted to wrestle. How close was that decision?
It was a tough decision, even the past few weeks, because at the beginning of this year, I was classified as the 13th or 14th ranked, nationally ranked kid for 220. And I think if I did a little bit of looking around, I could have gotten some scholarships. But from the beginning, I was leaning towards football, and I think that was my path.
And you say it goes all the way back probably to the youth leagues, huh?
Yes, sir. Wrestling has always been in the blood. My father and everyone in my family has always wrestled.
And so what do you do? I know you're wrestling now, but what will you do before next season down at Charlotte? Do you have any special conditioning plans?
They haven't really talked to me about any special conditioning. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue wrestling. I might do some tournaments outside of wrestling, nationally ranked tournaments, just to say I did them, and just continue on and just do my thing.
Okay, well, you heard that from Bryan Wallace, who is making Clarke County proud today, along with Jacob Peace, as they both signed their D1 letters of intent. We're here at Clarke County High School. It's Mo Murphy from Clarke County Sports.
Thank you, man.
We're here with Eagles coach Chris Parker after two of his senior players signed D1 letters of intent. Proud day, Coach. Can you just talk a little bit about today?
Oh, very proud of these young men. It's a special day when you have any young man or football player sign a Division I scholarship, but we had two. And, it's the first time that we've had any of our players get a full ride from the get-go. And, it was a really nice day.
I know everybody was looking for big things for Bryan, but I think that Jacob might have been caught a few people off guard. When did he start becoming to get offers, getting in the picture, I guess?
Well, this senior year, Jacob worked extremely hard in the off season. With workouts that we had as a coaching staff, but also on his own. And he, from his freshman year to his senior year, I mean, he really developed into a athletically well-tuned machine, so to speak. I mean, he always been a big kid. I mean, ever since he was probably 8th grade, 9th grade coming in here, but he really toned and trimmed his body, and he worked himself into that scholarship.
And I mean, I'm guessing that the more guys that come out of here, the more coaches are going to start to look at this program. I don't know. Seems like when I first started covering you guys, there weren't a whole lot of scouts coming around.
Well, they would. It was sort of like they would come around. Some of the colleges, especially D3, they have their own circuit, so to speak. And I have like a planner. I write down every college that comes in. But when you start winning and you have players the size of Bryan and Jacob, you're going to have more come around. And then we get a lot of D2s. We get every once in a while the D1s that would pop in. And then there's always with the development of huddle, recruiting and all that has changed dramatically since I first started coaching. I mean, kids can do their own thing and, network out. So, I think it's a combination of the whole thing. And then when their opportunity came, and they also went to camps to expose themselves, there, and the coaches could see them and meet them and watch them move and all that. So that really helped.
You heard that from the Eagles head football coach, Chris Parker, as both Jacob Peace and Bryan Wallace signed their D1 letters of intent today to play football. It's Mo Murphy from Clarke County Sports.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.